And it's live. Welcome to chat. Alright, well, I'm trying something new. Because chat's not showing up there. Welcome to chat.
You're watching HLN.
No, that's wrong. To chat. Alright. So maybe that worked. I don't know. How do I send a message in chat on my phone? Messages you will send. Create a channel to join the chat. Oh! Okay, I can't send messages, but maybe I can read them. Alright, you're gonna have to wait for some more tech support foibles as I try to figure this shizness out. And I'll have to go to my channel on a PC and test it. And my password is this combination of keystrokes. And let's go to my latest video. Yes, thank you. I will make it full screen. But I was recommended to use my phone as an additional source reading the chat. That way I don't have to whip my head around. I can get close to the screen, and maybe I can read like I got better than 3rd grade reading level. But let's first do that full screen thing. Broadcast settings. View comments. Advanced settings. There we go. You're going to hear my creaky chair more because I'm positioned differently. But I can read your guys' comments a lot better. And by your guys', I mean 2 people's. But maybe 1 today, because I think Cthulhu is busy. But, yeah. That's all good. Can I situate that better so I can read it better? Yes, I can. Alright. Reminder, I was in the section, and I just gained a force power. And I was messing the heck up out of this house. And I got security clearance, 1. I'm not immediately going to go in there, because I don't think I explored everything out here. Fire extinguishers explode. Good knowledge to have. Alright. Some garbage. Picture of the director. Me, I the director. Here's the top of my head. There we go. Oh, hey! We'll have none of that in the workplace. Thank you, sir. Oh, there are a lot more of them. Ooh. There's someone out here. How do you like a little vitamin share? Clearance level 1. Did I sequence break this? Was I supposed to have gotten that earlier? Oh well.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy.
Thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below them. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
Oh, there you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
This is aping, obviously. America Overnight is supposed to be like Coast to Coast AM.
America Overnight. The airwaves for more than 20 minutes.
Oh man, I just wrecked house. Force powers are fun. Ooh, security. Shelter, I mean. Oh, some sort of barricade here, huh? Ah, ha, ha! This one must be used because people didn't want to poop with people seeing them. That's cute. I like how they made this one seem lived in. I don't know how to feel about this radio station. Oh, hey! It's almost coming in. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Wonder if there's any significance at all. Practice my skiing. This song is definitely going somewhere. Would you say it really slaps? Copyright strike my channel now, I'm sure. Here we go. Got it stuck for a little bit there. I did not intend to launch it. I wanted to leave it in here.
Great.
So that's Tomasi. He should have worn his thing. Oh. Tomasi got back up. Bet Tomasi got back up here. Where do you go, Tomasi? There you are. So I'm gonna say this now because it doesn't come up for like 20 more hours.
I have a feeling he'll be back.
He's gone to be like
The hotline should be past the mailroom.
He's gone to be like a Final Fantasy hidden boss. Like I can go fight him now, but don't want to right now. Well, I can't. It's gonna be like 20 hours from now. When I complete the campaign, kind of thing, I can find him. Alright, this is unlocked. Okay, this is where we were before. What? That message is not important, I don't think. That message might be important. I'm getting access to this area. Probably should have been here earlier. Oh, it's got that purple stuff. Marshall, lockdown distinctions. I'm going to check my messages and then I'll do... Oh, look at that. Not important. I don't have to reply to that. Okay. So. Federal Bureau of Control. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm going to be explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. This can only be lifted by directorial override and maintenance once the director is satisfied with the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by code red containment breach. Based on some complicated system that security and research has slapped together. It can only be lifted once. A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as a directorial override, so stop saying so in documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point, but let's make sure our staff understands how this mess all works, alright? So, we got a lockdown. It's different than a directorial override. I'm forgetting how to hit buttons. This one... yes. Alright, we got new record. The hits elevated. This is what we just saw. Summary. His elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau para-utilitarians. Some prefer to change their targets, while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss elevated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording parapsychology. How are they able to use their paranatural abilities? It's possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption. It's also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in the individuals it corrupts. Refer to file blank or redacted for report. Yuya, have you sent a message in a while? Because I haven't seen anything new. And I don't know if it's my phone. If you could send a message, Yuya, that would let me know it's working. My method of reading chat. Because if not, I gotta change things up. Alright, I cannot get there. Okay, I meant a message in chat, Yuya, not a message in Discord. Okay, I see your message. You're telling me there is more that I cannot see. Why is this not working? Okay. Maybe it's working now, maybe it's not. We'll find out. If you could send something else into YouTube chat, that is painful. I should not touch that stuff. Whoops. There we go. Let's take this radio with us. Shall we? I also like how something floating, like, affects everything around it. Like, stuff is getting sucked into this gravitational pull. A really cool effect. Like, I am ruining the laws of physics around myself. Ooh. Ooh. Heads up! That radio station bops. I probably shouldn't be destroying the server farm. But oh well. Ooh. Batter up. Oh, shoot. I didn't notice he got too close to me and I died. I thought I killed the name person. I got a little overconfident. Yep. I just can't read chat at all, I guess. So, yeah, if you want to tell me anything, you're going to have to tell me in Discord chat, because YouTube's being a bear to me right now. Alright, well, let's search the mailroom. No. No. That was progress, right? Let's go back to where we were. Search that server hub. That's up here. Alright. So I came out of here. I went in there. Alright. He got a little close to me, but I got him. Network disconnected, probably because of the gunfight I had in here. I'm gonna have to ask you what your teenage slang means when you get back. All right, data breach. System security evaluation confirmed data breach. Summary: last month, our on-site server experienced intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed the video file, which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigations were able to track the users to their IP address. These are the following confirmed identities of these users: Patrick Strudens, Rupert Nogueira, Arto Kolomaki, Christopher Misbowling, Jaco Sarin. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action is pending. I wonder if those are people involved in SCP. That is just my guess, that they are people who work on SCP, but I don't know that for certain. Wash your hands. Wash your darn hands. Socks and ballerinas live at the oldest house. Well, that can't be good for your neck. Well, neither can that. Alright, back to here. Let's search these offices. Destruction! Poor dead guy. I probably am the one who killed him. Alright. So he fled to the network of pipes, so that's where I gotta go. I also like how this whole office runs on pneumatic tubes. That's how correspondence gets around. Very cool touch. I feel like those bends are too severe for tubes, but maybe they're just air. This looks like a big old organ. Big old pipe organ.
Alright, take this down. Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an alternate item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Are you still recording this?
The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities.
Oop, file. Butte summary. Butte, AWE 17. A spate of disappearance was traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at Redacted, which has been connected to a total of redacted disappearances within the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house blank days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte's home closet disappeared during this incident. That will become important. It is not important to right now, but it will be important in the future. Oi, oi, oi. Sorry, I had to get up to use my computer. Oh, I hear the phone. Okay. So, Yuya, are you back? I need to know before I continue on to find the phone. This is important. Because I feel like it's something you care about. The hotline chamber. Alright, I'm pulling up the actual video so I can read chat as it goes. Now it's gonna echo or something. Alright. Oh, hey, and Cthulhu's here too. Cthulhu, I asked you earlier about what was going on because we've had a lot of thunder today, and I went driving out, and there was lightning too, so
The hotline
it was actually fairly close to my car. It's 2 bolts, about the same time. I mean, electricity flows very fast, so maybe they weren't, but I saw them both at the same time, All right, heading to the hotline chamber. I need to find out if this is everything you thought it would be. Oh, hey. There is a file. Let's read this right now. Hotline security log. All visitors must check in. Director Trench, Bill Everett, custodian. 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 Carol Bishop, custodian. So there are custodians that work here. He doesn't visit that often. But we'll see when I get it that it rings off the hook for me. Alright. So, there it is in the X-Men Magneto prison.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with the black pyramid.
So, fun fact, on my first playthrough, I missed that entirely. And this part where it says stand here, missed it entirely. I just walked forward and I fell to my death. There is no path there. So, that's a problem. Alright, so, I pulled the switch. Things have changed a little bit. Notice Ocean View Motel and Casino entry point. Catalyst light switch. The law of 3 applies. Ritual attunement required. Agent must orient and anchor motel to their personal frequencies. See reference blah 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 in the field manual. And then hotline is designed for director use only. Disregard of this policy may result in fatal psychic trauma. So it's a good thing I'm the director. We're back to orange.
Whoa. Have we been here before? No.
And here we go.
I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country. On the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them. Like something recognized from a dream.
That's not how doorknob works, Jesse. That's not how doorknob works, Jesse. Jesse, that's not how doorknobs work. That's not how you work a doorknob, Jesse. All right. So if you guys have watched, oh shoot, was it The Key, The Room, whatever? There is a mini series about a spooky thing that is about a motel room, and it's what this reminds me of. In that mini series, outside the motel room exists nothingness. But let's use the key.
Hello? Anyone here?
Door opened. Rule of threes. Scary music played. Set of keys.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
There we go. Perform your rituals. Drink your mini liquor bottles from the mini bar. Expense it as part of your ritual. And so, I don't know where that goes. But this is the one I'm going to take. That one looks cool, too. Here we go. Apparently that is how it works. And then also the first time I did it, didn't read that sign about the rule of three, so I freaked out when I did this. And then I went back and I searched, like, I thought I changed the state of the place. Alright, bridge established. The bridge was stored in the hotel, I guess. Well, time to answer the hotline. The hotline Seashell is a transmitter / bridge. The director can call board / long distance. Now, I don't have that collected yet. Okay. Whoop. Hip hop. Hop. Now these things, it took me a long time to figure these out. This is a native to the astral realm. It will not die. The hotline will allow you to contact extra-dimensional entities. Thank you, hotline. If I can manage to damage it enough, it's really just a ball that holds a massive gravity around itself. And it really will eat up everything, and that hurt me even if it only got that close. These things are a real bear to deal with. Oh, there it is! Did you see it? There's a little black orb in the middle. That's what its body is. It's called an astral spike. 'Cause, it's spiky. Bro. And if I destabilize it enough, it takes a little pause to kind of regroup itself. But they're not killable by any stretch. Alright, I hear the phone ringing. I gotta follow the phone to the director. Well done, dial / director. I can look it up in the, oh, shoot, that went really fast. You can, the director board basically referenced the collectibles menu, breaking the fourth wall, and told us that we can call weekly. It is compulsory. We are voluntold.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to...
Alright, I'm gonna skip that, because if I go into collectibles, I want a full version.
It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered. And the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
There we go. And I can now watch videos from the director.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. They have proven themselves. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. So I followed my own orders. Northmore hated my guts for that. But things change when you become director. You suddenly see this dark void for the horror show it truly is, filled with screaming fear we pretend to control. Sand leaks through my fingers. The roses I pruned in the garden back when I still had a family, all dead. Heat escapes my body. My thoughts are scattered. The universe keeps expanding. I can't keep up with it alone. When I forget that, things go wrong. And my team has to pick up the pieces. Damage control. To help me get out of my mess.
So everything we've seen from Northmore so far are little bits and pieces of that message. That now that we have the hotline, we can get the full message from Northmore. So that's really cool. And that will come up again. So not only the board can use the phone, apparently dead people can too. And what I have to say about his stuff is it's actually interesting, talking about the sand falling through his fingers. And, or is Northmore the other guy? Anyway, he's referring to the first DLC when he talked about the sand and pissing someone off when he became the director. So, yeah. Anyway, let's look at the case files. Hotline. Object should be inaccessible for use except for the director. Object 1960s era red Bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs redacted. The object allows the director to communicate with the redacted. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal redacted. See Darling Presentation 11.6 for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. Battery of tests we run on the object, including redacted and redacted, but its origin remains unknown. Cthulhu, are you thinking of a noir movie? Because, yeah, they definitely film him noir.
The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
And I just received a ton of collectibles, and I think this is every time I've been contacted by... Oh, no, these aren't all the board. The board is the other one. This is probably tutorial from the director. Let's find... or ex-director.
It took us a long time to learn
Trench.
how to stabilize the control points.
Northmore's the guy who hates
the
Trench.
meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house. At my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth. No one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire
Whoops.
like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling was right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised?
So, okay, so Trench is the ex-director, and the one before him was Northmore. And then this recording with the other one, I'll explain a thing from the DLC that is way, it's going to be way far away, so I am spoiling something, but it's context here that you won't fold back on if I only do this an hour a day, right? So, Northmore has a son, Northmore, because that's the last name, who hates Trench. And Northmore Jr. is the one who actually figured out how to make control points. And then Darling, I think, mass-produced them, or at least found out how to make other ones. But, yeah, Northmore really, really didn't like Trench. So they didn't get along. I don't think that's huge spoilers that people didn't get along at work, but I mean, there you go. Ocean View Motel.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
So, I'm seeing some stuff on chat. No, the cave and sand that he works in the Foundation area, which is very wastelandy. That Northmore, I thought was Junior. I mean, I'm not going to know for a while. You could look this up, Cthulhu. Figure out, is that Northmore Jr. or brother of the first director, Northmore? And I don't know if he's the first director of the Bureau, but he's the first director when the Bureau found the house. So he's the first house director. Alright, Coming Storm. Again, that motel is very much like that miniseries. I wish I could remember the name of. It was a really good miniseries about a key that opens any door. If you put in a lock, then turn the knob, that door connects to any other door you want it to now connect to. It also will return you to a hotel room that exists in a different dimension, which used to be full of objects, like a watch of a wristwatch, stuff from the mini fridge, comb, things like that, and they all got their own special power because of whatever dimension they were blasted from. So use the key to get in that room, and the main series starts, the room had already been looted, And this character has the key, which is the most powerful one, and he's involved in people trying desperately to get the other objects back. They're all trying to collect the objects. Some are the Illuminati, some are criminals. Because, like, the hotel pen, if you click someone with the tip, they explode it into microwave radiation. And so it's a great murder weapon. And then some of them were useless, like the wristwatch. If you wrap the band around an egg, it cooks the egg perfectly. It hard boils it. And then there's also the cufflinks, which might slightly lower blood pressure, but it could also be a placebo. So, like, not everything was discovered. It was just a really cool show. The comb was my favorite. I like the comb object the best. Alright, Coming Storm.
Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. Retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroying me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
I see in chat. I wasn't going to interrupt Trench talking, but yeah, the show Cthulhu found for me is The Lost Room. It was a sci-fi miniseries. It's really good. If you wear the watch, you do not hard boil like an egg, but some of the objects could be used in combination. Like, I think using the watch and something else, you could set the time on the watch and maybe cause an explosion. I don't remember. But by itself, it was really harmless. It was just in combination. And so that like, they didn't... It was a mysterious series. It was just short, and they didn't, like, answer all the questions. Like, they didn't answer what every object can do. But, yeah, definitely a cool show. Worth the watch, The Lost Room. Anyway, the hotel is totally aping on The Lost Room, and it's worth it. I mean, it's good show, good reference. All right, directorship. You are the director now. We expect independence / dependence. You are the authority / chosen one. The Bureau / game needs you. Wow, I don't remember them just shattering the fourth wall before, but yeah, no. Okay.
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
So, new file. Butte supplement. AWE 17. According to their testimony, the agents have been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino, and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See file MOT-01. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside the room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearance of the home's owner and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light cord switch. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords have been found in the Butte home and have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At time of writing, redacted light cords have been found in the oldest house located in redacted and redacted sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly the link operates is redacted. But initial hypothesis centers around the Butte AWE as a redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 24-3 for more information. And we do not have a video from Darling about that yet. Okay. But yeah, the light cord is significant. It's incredibly significant and not the last we've seen of it. But let's move on. Back to Central Executive, probably. Oh, no, back to the director's office. And Ati's been doing his job. Cleaned up the body. Trench Bureau funding. To all executive staff, I know there's some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point that of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the U.S. Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in a spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't ever notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. So, the cool thing about the oldest house is sort of slightly psychic, you can't notice it nature, is that it extends to everything. It's power consumption in the city, it's drawing budget, it's just everything about it. People have a hard time remembering. And I can now get into... I got into here before. There's nothing. I can get into this room. And anything important? No. No, there's not. Agent Death Notification. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Plotz, we regret to inform you that your son, Graham Plotz, was killed in active duty this past week. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I'm honored to tell you that he died in service of his country. You can be proud of his courage in the face of danger and his commitment protecting our nation against his enemies. He will be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. Take some solace in knowing that his sacrifice helped protect the country he loved so much. His effects will be returned to you with all speed. Yours sincerely, Howard J. Murray, Deputy Chief of Communications, Federal Bureau of Control. And I'm probably going to talk to Emily and then end the episode. So, let's talk to Emily. Tell her about the swirly mabob. Maybe. It seemed that's what Jesse was working up towards. I'm not 100%. We'll find out.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms? The hiss? Sorry. You made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
No, but first let's read this file. But I got the hiccups, so maybe I gotta go right now anyway. Analysis of the Hiss Threat Part 1. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss are able to invade or corrupt the control points. My control point's been corrupted. the altered items and even humans radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the hiss. But this could indicate that she's already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other hiss that I've dismissed that theory. My final observation comes from Mrs. Faden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organisms of the hiss corruption. We tested the ability on a hiss corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host physiology becomes reliant on hiss. More work needs to be done. Refer to file redacted for a report. Yeah, I'm just gonna end it here because of the hiccups. But I gotta ask Yuya, has your body become dependent on the song? Is that what happened? If we remove the song from you, would you die? Oh, okay, I just gotta go. I can't. It's time. It's time to go. Okay. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.